Hi, and welcome to another World Wine Review. Today we're going to be going to another country that is not only associated with making wine, but nonetheless does. We're going to be going to India today to check out the Sula 2009 Sauvignon Blanc. It retails for roughly $11 in the LCBO, the Ontario Monopoly Retail Outlet. I got it on sale for $9.55, and I had to go all the way into Toronto to pick it up. It took a while to find it, but I managed to get a bottle, and we're gonna take a look and see what this thing is made of. Looking at the back label here, it indicates that this is India's first Sauvignon Blanc that is handcrafted from the Sula Vineyards Nashik estate. The grapes are hand harvested, whole cluster, pressed, and cold fermented. It says the result is a highly aromatic floral dry wine. It's crisp and refreshing with a touch of spice at the finish. The website seems to indicate that it won some medals. A bronze medal at something called IFE India. It got a commended medal at something called International Wine Challenge 2009, and a silver at something called Decanter World Wine Awards. Decanter World Wine Awards in 2011. Okay, I'm just going to read you a little bit of the history of the winery here from the website. It's situated 180 kilometers northeast of Mumbai. Nashik is India's largest grape growing region, but had traditionally never been used to grow wine grapes. Wondering why, Stanford-trained engineer named Rajiv Samant quit his high-tech job in Silicon Valley in 1993 to investigate the possibility of opening up a winery. His research showed that the Nashik climate was not only perfect for wine grapes, but it was also on par with wine growing regions in Spain, California, and Australia. He returned to California in search of a winemaker, and he found one in Sonoma County, someone named Kerry Damsky, who was an experienced Californian winemaker, agreed to come over to India to start the winery with him. In 1997, they took to planting French Sauvignon Blanc and California Chenin Blanc. They were never grown before, and the first wines were released in 2000 and were acclaimed as India's best white wines. Maybe because they were the only white wines at the time, I don't know. Anyways, apparently India has a growing consumption at approximately 25% a year, and there are new wineries springing up in this Nashik area all the time. In 2002, the Wine Inspector did a 5-page feature on Sula, and they were pronounced the first Indian winery in production. Okay, let's pour some into the glass and see what it looks like. As I observe this in the glass, it appears to be a very clear yellow with a goldish tinge to it. Okay, I'm going to take a sniff and see what we got. Well, what comes at me at the very first is a very strong scent of apple. It lasts for a second or two, and then it rolls into a very citrusy tropical flower kind of aroma. It lasts for a couple of seconds, but then it falls off. But quite pleasant nonetheless. Okay, let's take a taste and see what we find. Well, what I find is a very traditional Sauvignon Blanc. It is very dry, very high acidity. It makes my mouth pucker. It has that taste that most people would associate with grassiness or herbaceousness. I don't know if I want to describe that myself, but it is very recognizable for Sauvignon Blanc. It does leave a very nice aftertaste. For me, it has hints of green apple and maybe a slight touch of citrus. But that's just me on that focus. Overall, I think for Sauvignon Blanc, I think it's rather well made, especially against more traditional Sauvignon Blancs made from countries that are more well known for wine. Overall, I think it was quite a good effort. I'm not a Sauvignon Blanc fan, but I think in the context of just seeing if this is well made, I would have to say that it falls into that category. Now I'm going to give you my assessment. I'm going to put it in the context of 3 different categories. First one is for sweet, hypersensitive tasters. I would give this a score of 86. The wine does taste like a Sauvignon Blanc that would be comparable to other countries that are more well known for this kind of wine. I think it would go well with seafood, especially if it's salted. I think the refreshing, crispy acidity of the wine would be very well brought on by the salt. It would be a good contrast. It would cut through and would make it taste much more refreshing. Not that it isn't refreshing as it is. If you were a tolerant or a sensitive taster, I think you might score this a little higher. I think it comes across as a well-made wine, and I think that if you were especially a sensitive taster, I think you might give it an 88. That's just my opinion, but I try to put my reviews in context of my taste palette. As far as Monday to Thursday score is concerned, I would give it a 91 because the regular score is a 86. So that to me would be a recommend for a buy. I think it's a good value. It fits into the Monday to Thursday scheme of things as far as having wine. But I wouldn't hesitate to have this on a Saturday night with seafood, in my case anyways. I'm quite impressed, and I think that if this is a sample of what's to come, I think India is going to be right up there with the other countries of the world making world-class wines. That's it for now. We'll see you again on World Wine Review.